So I know people can be pretty passionate when it comes to Star Wars movies. I personally watch them more for fun, but I do really enjoy following the storylines that can still be surprising at times. So here's my ranking of all the live action Star Wars movies. At the bottom, had to put Rise of Skywalker. I don't think this is a Star Wars movie you would go back to watch unless you were doing a rewatch of all of them. Had some moments that can be fun, but really just not a great Star Wars movie. And then same kind of goes for this one, The Last Jedi. Had a lot more memorable moments, and I did like how the storylines played out a little bit more in this one, but still just not a great Star Wars movie that you're gonna go rewatch on its own. Now, Attack of the Clones, not the best Star Wars movie, but I think it does get better rewatching it, at least just in a sense of, knowing the lead up to what's gonna happen next can, make it a bit better, but definitely just doesn't have a lot of substance and can be pretty slow. Now on to the first Disney one, we have Force Awakens. Not the worst, but obviously it was just kind of a remap of A New Hope, which did get you excited for what was to come, but really the rest after this kind of fell flat on just that excitement and entertainment this one did have in the theaters at least. Now, a Disney one that gets way too much hate is Solo. Definitely rewatch this if you're one that doesn't care for it. I think it gets better on rewatches and also is just a good movie. I think it just got a lot of hate when it came out. I like the actor that plays Solo. Obviously, people were mad that they did a Solo movie without Harrison Ford, but I still enjoyed the story here. Now on to Return of the Jedi. Has a great opening scene and does really start off well, but drags a bit in the middle. I love the ending though, so still a great Star Wars movie and end to that first trilogy. Starting off the top 5, A Phantom Menace. I think it's obviously not the best Star Wars movie, but it's a crucial one to the whole storyline. Obviously a lot of it leads into the third one, so I think this is a great start to that, even though the second one is kind of boring. At number 4, A New Hope, obviously the one that started it off, just a perfect start to a great trilogy. Not much to really say here. And now one of the few times the sequel is actually better than the original, we have Empire Strikes Back. Obviously, just a great movie altogether, good story, a lot better dialogue, at least in my opinion, than the first one. It has, some of the best fight scenes. Now at number 2, had to put Rogue One. Just a great movie in general. You don't even have to be a Star Wars fan to enjoy this one. It's all the events leading up to A New Hope. So if you haven't seen this, definitely watch it as a Star Wars fan or just, a movie fan in general. And at number 1 for me has to be Revenge of the Sith. I watched the prequels first, so watching Anakin turn into Darth Vader was very heart-wrenching, but once he is able to bring balance to the Force finally, I just think seeing his beginning to where he ends just makes that ending mean so much more. So that's why it's always been my favorite Star Wars movie. And I know Star Wars is something people are really passionate about, so definitely comment your favorite live action Star Wars movies. I'll go back and rewatch them to see if maybe I need to